Happy holidays, Palladium fans. This is JM, and I'm here with Kevin, and we've got a special off cycle discussion to have with you. Kevin, you wanted to do something special and send a message out to the Palladium fans, and I'm going to get out of the way, and I'm just going to turn it over to you.
Alrighty. Well, first of all, everybody, happy holidays. It's the year 2024. Christmas is in like 5 days, 6 days, and the new year will start anytime. And I just wanted to mention to you guys that JM and my focus on these interviews is always on the positive. I tend to be the glass is half full kind of guy, and I like to focus on the positive and the good things. But and it's funny, when you do histories, you seem to kind of focus on stuff and you look at the person or group or the company's accomplishments, and it makes it all look kind of simple and like, oh yeah, this guy was a genius, or that guy was, what insight. And I like to think I have moments of genius and insight, but a lot of it's really hard. And there's been a lot of ups and downs. When I started my company, I was a poor kid. I had everybody on the planet telling me I was a fool for doing what I was about to do by launching Palladium Books. I had people in the industry tell me, who the hell do I think I am? I'm just, a dumb artist. Why do I think I know better than anybody else? I never thought I knew better than anybody else. I just knew the kind of games I wanted to create and get out there. All I ever really wanted to do was create games that I thought other people would love. And I like to think we brought literacy to role-playing in the sense of the focus is character and story. And that's why I chose Palladium Books instead of Palladium Games or Palladium Entertainment. I considered both of those. And I didn't know what I was doing when I got started. I flew by the seat of my pants. And I want to share this part with you guys because I don't want to make it seem like it was all simple and all easy, especially for those of you who are looking to do something similar yourselves. I say follow your dreams, but you know what? Sometimes following your dreams is a rocky road and a scary road. There were lots of times where it's like, is this going to come out? Is this going to be big? Is this going to destroy the company? I think during the Robotech talk, I mentioned that, my wife and Marianne and most of the guys were like, Kevin, you're going to do Robotech video games, or not video games, VHS video tapes? You don't know shit about this. Are you sure you want to do that? And it's like, yes, I know the market's there. I know people will love it. I know people want it. Except I didn't know that for sure. And you just have to kind of trust your gut. And there's been some really hard times. I've lost a lot of people. My mom was my best friend, and I watched her suffer through cancer for the first, 30 years of my life. She just fought this battle, and it was a losing battle. And, my dad was this awesome, simple guy, but, he passed away rather unexpectedly as well, and was fighting dementia before that. And it's hard. I lost, of course, my grandparents, and of course, Eric Woodrick left a hole in me that lasted for years. And, Keith Parkinson, we had just kind of patched things up and had become best friends again, and we had big plans. And one of the things we should talk about when we talk about projects that never happened, and I think I forgot to put on the list, JM, but Keith and I were planning on doing a Riffs MMOG. And, it just, and then he got sick and died. Don't even get me started on Kathy. She's just, that's just too raw.
Yeah.
Right now. And, there were all kinds of things that happened. I had to deal with a loved one who struggled with drug addiction. I had to deal with betrayal, the most notorious of which is what we call the crisis of treachery. And that was brutal. I mean, it was not just on me, it was brutal on everyone. I mean, Wayne just couldn't believe it until we had, it thrown in our face, and we're looking at all the evidence, and we're like, how could this guy do that to us? And there's been really, really hard moments, but we got through it. And a big reason we got through it was because you guys, our fans, have always been there for me and the company, and in just profound ways. When I started Palladium Books, I just wanted to do the games I wanted to do, and I wanted to make enough money to send my poor ailing mom. That might have been why I always related to Spider-Man and Aunt May, I guess, maybe. My poor frail mom, she always wanted to travel. I wanted to make enough money where I could send her to a bunch of exotic places that she always wanted to go to and never could. And I did. But the crisis of treachery was a great eye-opener, because I always kind of knew that we touched people's lives with our games, but I never realized to what a profound way until the crisis of treachery. And we made a public outcry for people to help us out, just to buy books and prints and games and stuff, t-shirts, whatever they needed. They'd been thinking about buying. It was like, this is the time to do it, or we're going out of business.
I remember those days.
And it was terrifying. And that's a great example of I had consulted with attorneys and business advisors and friends, and everyone's like, Kev, don't go public. This will ruin your company. This will destroy you. And I'm like, you don't understand. We're done. We're destroyed unless, we can get a huge influx of cash and support. And I said, I'm going to my fans. And, I don't know, I just knew that people would be there for me somehow, but I never realized in such a way. I mean, the people who came out, the outpouring, and not just people buying stuff and people begging us, because we originally weren't going to take donations. It was like, buy stuff that you want, because I didn't want people to just toss money at us and get nothing in return. But, oh my gosh, the outpouring of, Palladium means so much to me. I met my wife through Palladium. I met my best friend through Palladium. I met my husband through Palladium. I've been playing with the same game group, for whatever decades. I was able to survive, trying to get through life, dealing with, I'm gay or trans or alcoholic parents, or it was just mind-blowing to me, because I never realized how much our games mean to you guys. And I from that moment on, of course, I did and do. And, it's also echoed in, the comment sections of our surprise packages, where people say lots of beautiful things and kind things and tell me little histories about their lives, and what our books have done for them, inspired them to go on to be game designers or artists or writers or whatever the heck, movie directors. I'm astounded by how many people are inspired by our work. And that's fantastic, because that's what I wanted. I wanted to be like, Walt Disney inspired me, and Stan Lee and Robert E. Howard and, all these other creators. And that's awesome. But during the crisis of treachery, the outpouring, and we saw the same thing with the death of Eric Wojcik and Kathy. You guys are always there for me, and I appreciate it. And I want you guys to know that you really are my extended family, and we appreciate you. And I want you to know that, because it's genuine, and I don't know if I could have got through a lot of that stuff without you guys. So thank you so very much. And this is why we do the surprise packages and, take that extra effort to do a little drawing or sign your books, and because you're awesome. And, I've said it in writing a lot of times that Palladium fans are the greatest fans in the world. And I've been part of several different fandoms, comic book and science fiction and others. And my God, you guys, and even within role playing, and I keep saying guys, obviously that's just a catch-all phrase. You guys, girls, everybody, our fans are truly the greatest. And I want you to know that. And, we love you guys for it. And thank you. Merry Christmas. Follow your dreams.